plus tile size y minus 1. Tile size y minus 1, close, and then divide that by tile size y. Tile size y. Now making sure those are right, so top tile num divided by tile size y, yep. Top tile num is very wrong, to be honest. It happens to be top tile num is player y. I don't know what was. It's probably reading something else, I guess, but divided by player y, but divided by tile size y. Alright, that seems fine to me. Then we do old left tile num. So old left tile num, blah blah, and we do these. And what we do here is old x1. So old x1. Old x1, here's old x1, so just I don't put much theory into this because I don't understand fully what he did here, but it works with the collision. Once you'll see, once you're moving around and stuff, it worked just fine. Tile size minus 1 divided by tile size y. Yep, I believe. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh no, never mind. The problem is these are so close together. It's really difficult to set them apart when you're following it. So I'll have to probably double check everything afterwards. Top tile num int player y equals player y plus tile size y minus 1 divided by tile size y, and then left tile num or old left tile num is what this is called. Old left tile num. So old left tile num equals old x divided by tile size x, and old right tile num equals old x1 plus tile size. So this is plus. So it's just like that one, plus tile size x minus 1. Yep, divided by tile size x, and the next one is old y1. So just do old y1, and this is what we use to return to the old top tile num. So old y1 divided by then old y1 plus tile size y, and I'm pretty sure these are right now, so just make sure you have those, and now it's more straightforward from here onwards. So then you say bool collided with something. Collided with, just leave that, collided with, that's fine, equals false. We don't need to write massive variables. So int type of collision, this is something we sent to the other class we did. I think it was in your map handling that we did this. Int type of collision equals 0, int call, just call it call with x. So this is collision with x and collision with y. Okay. Sorry, I hit the mic there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check the left point. Now, if map left tile num. Now the theory behind this is really complicated. Old left tile num. Is it old left tile num? Yep. Old top tile num. Sorry. Old top tile num. Old top tile num. There it is. Is the theory behind this is like insane. So what we're doing here is we're checking if the variable, if the tile is above, the tile we're colliding against is above 10, because we made a rule in which if a tile is below 10, we don't cause a collision for it. Now this is for things such as coins and stuff, so things that don't want to stop the player from moving, so coins, flowers, and that kind of stuff. Then you want to say if map, this is really just grunt work, to be honest. It's left is bad stuff to do, but you have to do it in order to get your collision working, so just gotta get on with this until we get to stuff that's a bit more fun. Old top tile num is greater or equal to 10. So greater or equal to 10. Sorry, that's my bad. It's bad. So I get for copying. Then 100. So if it's less than 100, right? Because I did also make a rule later on that if it's less than 100 we cause a solid collision with it, otherwise we go back to if it's sorry, I'm just trying to remember what I did. So if it's more than 100, I think the collision becomes a bit different, but we'll find out as we do this. So if you collide against it, you reset these things. So you say player x equals odd x 1. This is what is pretty much done for all collision. The theory behind collision that I know anyway, I'm sure you guys are aware of this, and if you're not, the way it works, old map x. The way collision works is you store the character's old position, alright? So you store their position, and then you apply any movement that you want to apply. In our example, when you press right key, we apply speed speed x, sorry, to the player. And how this works is collided with. Sorry, just going to check this variable. Collided with. So what we do is then we check, was there a collision? If there was, because we stored the old position somewhere, we just position the player back at the old position, and we get the new coordinates to equal those old coordinates. So every time you try and go through something, you can't, because the game keeps pushing you back to the position where you weren't colliding with something. That's the idea, really. It's very simple, honestly, but the difficult part is applying it. Collided with call x. Is it call x? I call it call with x. Let's call it call x because it's going to be stupidly large. Call x, call y equals call x, call y. Left tile num. It's saying this is what I collided with. Damn, I hate not writing my own. Left tile num. Is that variable? Yep. Call y and call x equals old top tile num. So I'm sure some of you will make good sense of this. I mean, I don't. I'm not a great fan of this. I'm not very happy with doing 2D games, honestly. I don't mind them now, but if I do them again, I'll be doing my own collision, or at least pixel perfect collision, which is something more difficult, and I want to try out maybe. Next one. What I just noticed here is I pretty much did the same thing often. I've got the same code almost every time. Wow, this is stupid. Just give me a second. So yeah, I was right in the sense that this is very similar. The beauty of that is we're going to be able to do a lot of copying and pasting. So we got the first one done. We're just going to copy the that to make the second one. So all we got to change is the tiles that are being used for collision. So if what the hell? Yeah, there you go. So all we do instead here is we do old left tile num. We really got to be careful not to make mistakes here, because if we do, it's one of those things you're not going to find out for a while. If old left tile num, this is top tile num, and then top tile num here again. Old left tile num, old left tile num. So these are pretty much the same. So old left, top tile, left, old. Yeah, so these are always the same, I guess. So what we're saying here is we're checking the height. So player y equals old y1, and then we're saying player. We don't need to set map x. That's irrelevant now. So we're saying if jumping equals true, jumping equals false. So if he jumped and he bumped against something, then he's no longer jumping because he's hit something. Oh, for God's sakes, he's hit something. So we ignore that. So then we do this here. Type of collision equals bottom. Did I set type of collision for that one? I didn't. I'm not sure why is that. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but anyways, so type of collision equals bottom. So it means you collided from below. Bottom collided with something equals true. Collided with x equals old left tile num. No, call y. Did I make a mistake? Call x equals left tile num. Yeah, I did. So just replace these for now. God's sakes, I'm such an idiot sometimes. old left tile num. That's the beauty of copying code, is sometimes it just gets you. So old left tile num and collided with y equals top tile num. So we do that there, and there you go, that's that one. So we move down a bit now to get to our next one. So we're going to check the top right collision point now. So let's just do this again. This is more similar to the first one, so we're going to just copy this one again. And what we've got instead, we've got right tile num, right tile num. So right tile num, and we have that against old top tile num. So old top tile num. So we've got those there. So what happens if we collide is we basically player x equals old x 1 and map x equals old map x. That's fine. Collided with equals true. Collided with x equals right tile num. Collided with y equals old top tile num. And this one's done. So let's go to the next one. So we're saying if map. So just copy this again. Is this a height one? This is a height one again. So just going to make sure I've got the old one there. Yeah, this is the height one, just like the other one. So just copy this bit. Yeah, just like this one. Yeah, mistake here, by the way. This will come up. Equals equals instead of equals only. So what we do on this one, we are checking on this one. Check for bottom left. This is bottom left collision. Actually, no. This is. I'm not sure what this one is. I didn't. This is from below though that we're hitting basically. So if map, so we're comparing type of collision, old right tile num, old right tile num. So just do that there, old right tile num, and that will be the same. We're comparing that against old bottom tile num, old bottom tile num. So we do that, and then we say play y equals old y1 if jumping equals false, take us to bottom, and then here we say old right tile num equals, so call equals old right tile num, and that equals top tile num. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that is top tile num. I don't know, I made that mistake there. Yeah, that's top tile num, my bad there. Top tile num. I was reading the other one below it, num. Let's just make sure I didn't make a mistake on the previous one. Top tile num. If we go up one, we have right tile num and old top tile num. Is that right? That is certainly not right. Beautiful stuff. So right tile num and old top tile num. Idiot, I am sometimes. Old right tile num and top tile num. That's fine. So we move that down. We finish the jumping one. Colliding below something. 2 out of 2. Greater than 10. So old and top tile num. Right tile num. So the next one is bottom left collision point, and that one is once again an x1. So let's just copy one of the x1s. Oops. Make sure you don't overwrite something when you're copying. And then you're saying we're comparing old left tile num against left tile num against old left. So left tile num. This without comments is insane, so if you do want the comments and you want to read the whole thing, go to the last tutorial and just read them from there. I'd recommend you finish this first though. We're comparing against old bottom tile num, old bottom tile num. So you want to do that, old bottom tile num, same with that, same with that. So these two should be the same. Left tile num, left player x equals old x, collided with x with something equals true. Left tile num and old bottom tile num. So left tile num. What we'll probably do in a second is go through the whole thing, make sure we've got this correctly. So old bottom tile num, and then we move down to the next one, which is if map old left tile num. So this one is once again a jumping one. So they keep changing between a y-axis and the x-axis. So just like the previous one, so we have old left tile num. So instead of old right, we have old left, and then we copy that one, put that one there, and then top tile num, it happens to be bottom tile num, because we want to make sure we cover everything. Bottom tile num, and instead of top tile num, we do bottom, and old left, we do old right, we do old left. Jesus, I am so confused, it's ridiculous. The next one is once again a x1, so we copy the x and we just overwrite those values. So we have right tile num, tile num, and then we have old bottom tile num.